should, once you're live, it should give you a preview. I don't know why it's not showing you. Good morning, good morning. Can you hear us okay? Good morning, Nix. I'm guessing it's Nick. The X is sort of an abbreviation for the apostrophe S. Don't know how we got there, but that's it.
Then we'll mute that.
Okay.
Good stuff.
What's up, Happy Trees? Welcome.
I can see the chat now.
Nice. You just knocked off.
Yep.
Great work.
But at least I see the chat. All right, I'm going to go live on Insta and the TikTok.
Okay. Morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon from Denmark. Hello.
Ooh.
Oh, can you bring my coffee back? Oh, we forgot to set up the light. Last thing, and then I got to hit record.
Almost ready. Boom.
Just watched the Mother's Day soda can episode. Oh, I don't remember that one. Is that one of the later ones or one of the earlier ones? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Todd. Good morning, Willie. Good morning, good morning. Just waiting on everybody to trickle in. Everything sounds good. Everything looks good. Is anything wrong with the setup? Good morning, Instagram. Good morning, TikTok.
Everything looks good on my end. And I'm seeing like the delayed like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
But at least I can see it.
Yeah. All right. Well, should we get the show on the road?
I think we should hit record.
All right. Let's go through our checklist. Did we do lights? Yes. Did we set up the cameras? Yes. Did we turn on the mixer? Yes. Did we set up Streamlabs? Yes.
Yes.
Took a little bit of doing. Set up the phones.
Yep.
We have tabs open. Do not have tabs open for Facebook.
What a handy checklist when we use it.
So I got to pull this up. Mute myself. And then watch us from the business account because it won't let you watch yourself on Instagram live from your own account. Oh, we got 13 people on Instagram. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning,
hello,
Instagram.
Hello. Oh, I commented as tomorrow. Oh, well. All right.
Oh, yes. It's the episode where Newman and Kramer take the mail truck to Michigan.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's right.
Okay.
And the mechanic steals Jerry's car because he doesn't take care of it. That's right. That's right.
Oh, that's right. That was a good one. Oh, man. We're almost on the way done. We're on the last season of Seinfeld. So, all right. Good morning, everybody. We are going to hit record. So here we go. Good morning and welcome to The Morning Show with Jennie and Davis, a fun and positive way to take your day by storm. Good morning. It's just a time where we can hang out, chat, and start our day off on the right foot because it's hard enough to get the day started on your own. It's much easier when you have friends. I hope you would consider us friends If not, I don't know why you're watching, but appreciate you all the same. Welcome,
It's good to have
TikTok. Welcome, Instagram. Did I get that right? TikTok's over there.
You're correct.
And
yes.
Instagram's over
yes.
there. All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. The rest of you are all in that camera. So
Yes.
hello. Happy morning. Good morning to you. Happy Monday.
Happy May.
Happy May. Yes, it is summer.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Well, it's not summer, but it's May.
In Houston,
It's summer in Houston.
Speaking of summer,
It's just fun.
I got
Flashing
really
people?
sunburned. I know. I got really sunburned this
Yeah.
weekend. We went to the beach. It was great.
Yeah. We did get pretty burned.
I'm feeling extra roasty toasty this morning.
Yeah.
My stomach just is like radiating.
Yeah.
We put on sunscreen, but
We
apparently
did.
that sunscreen is not waterproof.
It's like
So-
it's really good sunscreen, but yeah, as soon as you get in the water, it's just gone.
Yep.
So we took the surfboard out for a little while, and so that was a good time because we haven't done that since last year, so we were a little rusty. But yeah, that's salt water, man. That'll
Yeah.
do it.
But it was nice. It was good. It was also your birthday.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat say happy birthday to Jenny.
Oh, jeez.
Everybody.
So I had a beach day. That was my birthday. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So, anyway, welcome to the morning show. What's up? What are we doing? Do you
We just
remember how to do the show?
We just rushed in here from the gym. This morning
Ooh.
we were cutting it close. It was
Yeah.
a little tight.
Today was leg day, and we hadn't built a workout for leg day yet. So we
Just
were.
kind of flying by the seat of our pants.
Yep. But anyway, we got it done. Stayed there a little long, and but now we're here. So everybody's saying happy birthday. Everybody's so nice.
Oh, thank you. See, I can see the chat now, but I have the delayed chat. I don't have like the
Yeah.
right on time.
Oh, you
chat.
don't see the right on time chat, but that's okay.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate you.
What did you do for your birthday other than beach day?
Beach day, and then we went to our favorite Italian place. That was really good. Very, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tried to make affogato. So that's Jenny's favorite dessert is affogato, which if you don't know is like vanilla ice cream with a shot of espresso poured on top of it. It's really tasty.
So good.
But the waitress did not understand what I was asking for. So affogato was not on the menu of this Italian restaurant, which was kind of
weird.
confusing. I don't know. But then I asked the waitress, can you make it? Can we just get a scoop of ice cream and then a shot of espresso? Because they have both of those things on the menu, but apparently you can't put them together. Anyway, she comes back with 2 cups full of mixture of every flavor imaginable gelato.
And this little cup of espresso.
And then a half shot of espresso. It wasn't even a full pull.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was an adventure. It was fun, but we got it taken care of.
Yeah.
So,
It was a good time.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. Well, welcome everybody to the morning show with Jennie Davis. What's in your mug, Jenny?
In my mug this morning
For
is
the first mug of May.
the first mug of May. I've got the Mardi Gras coffee. With
Again?
almond milk.
Is that what you made?
Because we ran out of regular coffee.
Oh, nice.
So now we're-
Nice.
Yeah, pretty much. But I have this really cool mug. Michael, I believe, at Blue Fire Laser made these for us.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, it was super awesome. We did our pop-up shop. We opened it up and said, "Hey, come visit if you want to come visit." And sure enough, he brought us these mugs, which was super cool.
That was super nice.
Yeah.
So, thanks everybody for the happy birthday wishes for Jenny.
Yes, I appreciate you guys.
It was
Thank
Jenny's
you.
birthday Saturday, so
Yeah.
happy birthday to Jenny.
Thanks.
Cool. What's in your heart's mug though? How you feeling?
I tried to make it once, but I forgot the directions.
Stop it.
I love
Oh,
it.
Ice Manic. He says happy birthday from Australia. So we found something native to
yeah.
Australia this weekend. So what do the Australians call it?
Okay, I feel like, do the Australians call the Portuguese man-o'-wars blue bottles? I've heard them call that. They're technically not jellyfish. I looked this up, but they look like jellyfish, and they're all puffed up. They've got a little air bladder. They look like a clear dumpling, and
Yeah.
then they've got jellyfish tentacles hanging down from
those
them.
Asian dumplings, the half crescent with the the fin.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's exactly what they look like if you blew it into if you made a bubble version of that. That's what it would look like, a blue translucent bubble.
Yeah.
But there were some that were that big, and then
Yeah, there were some baby ones that were probably closer
one guy
to that
got
big,
stung.
but yeah, on the hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Caleb's here. Caleb, It's 7 a.m. What are you
Caleb,
doing?
what are you doing?
Go back to sleep.
No, but that was crazy. One just like washed up on shore. I didn't even know we had those here, like in the Gulf Coast. But apparently they're very common.
Well, we drove up and they had the hazardous marine wildlife flag or whatever.
Yeah.
But
And I was like, what hazardous marine life? Like sharks or something? No, it's these Portuguese manowar.
blue bottles are similar but smaller and less venomous. So
Really?
we got the real ones.
Less venomous.
Less venomous.
Interesting.
I don't know. The dude next to us like got stung by it, and
Yeah, and
like
he
his
was
hand,
just kinda
his
like-
hand puffed up kind of
Yeah.
bad. So I don't know if he had like some sort of special allergic reaction to it, but he seemed fine.
Wow. Blue bottles. I'm sorry. I'm just now seeing his message. I'm a little bit delayed.
Yeah, your chat's also coming up a little slower too.
Thank you for that. Appreciate you.
Well, anyway, answer the question. What's in your heart's mug?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I got distracted by jellyfish.
What's in your heart's mug?
Oh, man. I am just very thankful for a new month to start fresh and just to start over and hustle hard and work hard. And I think it'll be fun.
Nice. Move your coffee mug. It's blocking you.
It is such a large mug.
Everybody wants to see you. You gotta sit like me, off to the side. My cup's in the way too. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me violating all the things that I'm telling you to do. It's like I got double standards or something.
Yep. Yeah, everybody's got to see your fishy shirt.
Yes, I wore my fish shirt today.
Now, see, we made the podcast table too small.
Well, we'll get a new one someday. Cool. So, what did you say was in your heart's mug? I totally forgot.
Excitement and relief.
Why are you
for a
on your
new-
phone right now?
I got to see the Instagram chat.
Oh,
All these people on Instagram are talking, and I can't see anything.
a couple people say good morning. Most people are just jumping in and then leaving.
Ah.
They wouldn't leave if they were on Twitch. We can't go 5 minutes into the stream without me giving a Twitch plug.
I know.
So everybody, TikTok, Instagram, if you're enjoying the morning show with Jennie and Davis, hop on over to Twitch. There's a lot more that you can't see. There's text up here. There's a chat over here. You can have your questions read out loud. If you donate $5, it's a great time over here. So download the Twitch app, and it's not scary. We're excited to have you here
No.
nonetheless, though.
It is very fun. We have a good time here in Twitch. I challenge all 11 people on Instagram to go get Twitch because it's in an app form. So just instead of opening Instagram in the mornings, you just open Twitch in the mornings. And it's basically the same thing.
You'll have to take my word for it, but everybody
better.
in the chat over here is yelling at you, Instagram, to download Twitch. They say it's a great time. So,
Twitch is amazing.
well, it's cool because you can like watch the show, but you also get to have conversations with other people watching
Yeah.
the show, which is kind of the whole point.
So many side conversations happen like every morning, I feel like.
Yeah, it was great.
It's great.
So, hello everybody. We were Twitch metrics. Yes, we were very close to monetization. Should happen in the next couple days. We just got to hit the streaming hours. So you guys really showed up in a big way. We appreciate you very much.
Thank you so much.
But yeah, so the first question of the day is what's in your mug? It's really just sort of an idea of like how to get the day started. Where are you at emotionally when you first start the day? Jennie said you're what? Excited?
Yes.
Just fresh new month
Yes.
to have fun with.
To have fun with, exactly.
I'm feeling a little bit of pressure, which is good for me.
Yeah.
I switched. Okay, so anybody else that is worried about switching over to Twitch, one of our friends says, I switched from Instagram to Twitch and then I won a coffee maker. Thanks, Jennie and Davis. So on our first day on Twitch, we gave away a coffee maker. If you want to be eligible for all the giveaways and stuff like that, you got to be on Twitch because that's how the chat bot determines who wins.
Right.
So you got to jump over to Twitch. But I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. Like, we got a lot to do.
Yeah, we do.
We got a
At
lot
any
of boards
given
to
time,
make.
I feel like we have a lot to do. But specifically now, yeah, we have cutting boards to make.
Yeah. So we got to make cutting boards. We're almost out of cherry charcuterie boards.
Yeah, more people are getting the cherry charcuterie boards. I'm so excited. For the longest time, the walnut boards were definitely the best seller, and I totally get it. It's walnut, so it's dark and chocolatey and brown, and it's just people aren't used to seeing like wood being that color naturally. So I totally get it. But now people are starting to like get more cherry charcuterie boards, which I think I might even like the cherry ones better than the walnut ones.
Really?
I'm a fan of cherry.
Yeah.
I really like cherry.
I like cherry too. It's so funny. So when we did our little pop-up shop, we were asking. So far and away, people enjoy the walnut charcuterie boards more than the cherry ones. But we were trying to get rid of some of the cherry ones. So we were asking people, we asked some random ladies walking past, were like, hey, we seem to sell out of these cherry ones way faster than the walnut one. Just straight up lied. And I was like, why do you think that is? And then they start rationalizing it, right? Okay, so we've been reading this book, Pricing and the Myth of Fair Value, How to Take Advantage of That. Thanks for the follow. Anyway, and so we were just priming her to like think that the cherry ones were better. And so we just asked her, we're like, hey, why do you think the cherry ones are selling faster than the Walmart? And or the walnut.
Walmart.
Wow, Freudian slip there. Why do you think
7:20 in the morning?
Why do you think the cherry ones are selling better than the walnut ones? And she had this like laundry list of reasons. She was like, well, this one looks like cinnamon, and cinnamon makes people think of home. The brown, honestly, I don't want to tell you what the brown looks like, but she just like had this whole laundry. You remember this?
Yeah, I do remember. And I was like, I'm going to write all of these descriptors down that you just said for that cherry charcuterie board and use it for my own marketing, because that was pretty good.
Yeah. So anyway, it was just so funny. She had no intention of buying. We had no intention of selling anything to her. It was just funny to like when you play with people like that they like will come up with excuses to justify any fact that you give somebody. It's kind of funny. Yeah. But that was funny.
Thanks for moving over from Insta.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Nice. We got somebody else.
Yes.
Welcome. We'd love to have you. Twitch is so much more fun. Say hello to everybody. Everybody say hello to 8150 Woodworks on Twitch if you're in the chat. Good morning, everybody. Seeing some familiar names. So we did what's in your mug. That's the first step. What's the next thing? Oh, daily affirmations.
Yes.
Yes. So there's a thing that we do every day, and we do it every day now because we have to on the live stream. We used to not do this every single day, maybe a couple times a week.
But we should do it every single day.
It really has helped.
Yes.
Like I reflect on these throughout my day. So daily affirmation sounds really weird, sounds really woo-woo until you start to do it, and then you realize it actually really helps your mindset throughout the day. So you basically write down 5 to 10 or maybe more, maybe less statements about who you want to be, but you have to do it in present tense. So if you want to, I don't know, be rich and famous, you wake up in the morning and you look in the mirror and you say, I am rich and famous. Maybe that's not the best one to start out with, but we're just going to read you our list of daily affirmations, and you can steal them or copy them or make up your own, because we just stole these from other people, so they're not ours. All right, my daily affirmations. Squat 115 pounds, 3 by 5. Oh,
that's the leg workout.
That's the leg workout.
That could be an affirmation, though.
Sorry. The workouts are like right below the daily affirmations, so it's sometimes I click on it by mistake. All right, daily affirmation. I'm a pilot. I'm a maker. I am a businessman. I am made in the image of God. I am able to do incredible things. I'm a man of discipline. I am a good operator of my body. I am good to my brain. I am building a multi-million-dollar business. I am on temporary assignment to do today's work. I will get out of my own way. I will love every person I talk with today. I love you. And I will give to others from a full heart. That's my list. That's what I want to remind myself of every single day. Helps me set the tone for the day. It helps me stay on track with my goals. Jenny, would you like to read your list?
Yes. So I, once again,
oh my gosh, you used your personal phone
for the Instagram stream. So you're welcome, Instagram. No, so I don't have my list here, but I have a lot of them memorized, so I can try to do as much as I possibly can.
Go for it.
Ready? I am forgetful. I am no.
Oh my gosh.
I am strong. I am relentless. I fight for what I want. I am a great businesswoman. I am a great saleswoman. I am loved. I am saved by grace. I am
blanking.
But that's some of mine.
That's a great list.
That's about seven of my 11.
We got somebody else that jumped over to Twitch from Instagram. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. But your use of emojis makes me think that you already had a Twitch account.
Yeah, look at that. That's
so why were you on Instagram in the first place?
Emoji.
No, we appreciate you. Thanks for coming. So yeah, daily affirmations. You can write your own list. Just keep it on a sticky note on your phone. Do you know about the Google Keep app? I'm going to tell everybody about this.
It's a good one.
There's an app called Google Keep. You can also access it via browser if you just go to Keep, like you're going to keep something. Keep.google.com, and it's just a sticky note app. It's not really complicated, but we have a sticky note for like every category in our life. So we've got like a workout sticky note, we've got a daily affirmation sticky note, we've got a to-do list sticky note, we've got a grocery list sticky note, which is really nice because then when we show up at the grocery store, we always have our list. And if we ever run out of something in the house, we don't have to remember to write it on the list because our phone is always in our pocket.
And we can both see the list, so it's not like one of us has the list on our phones on the Notes app, and like the other person can't see it on their phone.
Yeah.
So the other person can always see it.
Yeah. So.
It's nice.
Nice. That was daily affirmations.
Good job.
Thank you, those of you sharing your daily affirmations in the chat. I'm sorry that the chat bot sometimes blocks people's messages. We got to figure that out. But
yeah.
Appreciate you. Came from TikTok. You're so good. I've left my TikTok edition. I highly doubt that. But thank you. Welcome all the same. I can't believe somebody left TikTok. That's huge. That's heavy. That's hard.
Yeah.
TikTok sucks you in. It's
It
like
does.
a black hole. Like it's so hard to get out. Like TikTok has ruined my attention span. I've started reading books. I was talking to Jared the other day. I've started reading fiction books to try and grow my attention span again because TikTok has just absolutely destroyed it. I can't even watch YouTube videos anymore.
Yeah, I definitely have to put a time limit on my phone for TikTok. And when it runs out, I'm like, whew, all right, we're done. We're done for the day.
Yeah.
And it runs out faster when we're actually like posting to TikTok because then you're on there for a really long time. But yeah.
See Kobe's message? Oh, it may not have popped up yet.
I think
Kobe says, I think using power tools isn't craftsmanship.
it's trying to start something, Kobe?
Kobe's trying to start something down in the chat.
Excellent.
Oh, man. Cool. Good morning, Kobe. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning show with Jennie and Davis, a fun and positive way to take your day by storm. We're just super excited you're here. We all just want to start the day off on the right foot, and we can do that together. Yes.
Because if you don't take it by storm, it will take you by storm.
Yes. So, cool. Fun question. Time for a book question.
Oh, yes. Where is the book? Oh, you
It's
just set
down
it
here.
down there.
All right, so we got this cool book at Target. It's called 3,000 Questions About Me. It's just random questions. Sometimes they're deep, sometimes they're shallow, but we answer them both. My stomach is growling. All right, we got to go to the second page now. Can you give me a pen? Can you hand me that pen
Hang on.
on the floor down there?
Got it.
We're so organized.
Hey, at least we had a pen.
All right, so I think I've decided that I don't like this podcast table.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. It looks great from the front.
I thought that we could cut these at an angle and it would be more of like a group setting, but like I want a shallow, straight table that we can like
I
like
agree.
sit at and look forward.
I mean, it looks nice from the front because it like from everybody else's point of view, it looks like a wide normal table, but to us I'm like, I have nowhere to set my coffee back here. It gets way too narrow.
Yeah.
That's okay. This is the first iteration, round 1.
Yep. I also want to zoom in on the camera. I think that neon sign is too high. Anyway, I can keep
We could keep going for
we could
forever
keep going for
and ever
forever.
and ever and ever. You're not a woodworker if you use a CNC.
Oh my gosh.
Love it. Oh my gosh.
Sweet. Oh. Question number 16. Are you ready?
I don't know. I think so.
If you could change, everybody in the chat, answer this too. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be? Oh, man.
You have an answer?
See, this is so hard because everybody thinks they would change like 20 things about themselves. Like, oh, I would definitely change this.
don't.
But once I really start thinking, I'm like,
I'm perfect.
actually, I have one thing I would change about you. No, just kidding. But once you start thinking about it, you're like, wow, I actually don't know. All right, I have one. You can go.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, I said I have one. You can go.
Why? Well, if you have one, why am I going?
I can go. Based off of our beach experience this past weekend, I do burn very easily. I wish like I just wish my skin wouldn't burn so easy. I wish I would tan easier, because it is frustrating to like constantly get burnt. And then it'll like tan up, but I'm just so sick of burning so easily. I constantly have to lather on the sunscreen. Like, ugh, I'm just over it. That's what I would change. Some stronger skin.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Health is a big one in the chat. Everybody's saying health, discipline, physical condition. Yeah. Those are all pretty much the same category. It's tough, man. It's really hard. It's tough. Getting rid of the fear of doing what makes me happy. Yeah. Mine's sort of along the same lines. Like, I hesitate. Like, I know the right answer, and then I just don't do it.
Oh, same.
I think myself out of it. Like, TikTok is a perfect example. We saw TikTok. We knew it was going to be the next big thing. Yep. We were really successful early on the platform. We just did not produce content for it successfully because we were so addicted to hitting the upload button on YouTube. We really missed an opportunity to wildly grow on TikTok, because that's more the form of content that we're better at. Like, we're better at TikTok than we are at YouTube when we're making TikToks.
And it was just frustrating that we left it for so long, because we could have really taken advantage of the whole platform. But, I mean, we have fun with it now.
Oh yeah, it's great now, but it's just I'm looking at future possibilities, and I'm like, okay, how can I avoid that again in the future? When next time we see the next big thing. That's why we did the morning show, is we looked at live streaming, and we're like, oh my gosh, like, this is our type of content. Why are we not doing a morning show every single day? If streaming is going to get bigger, if YouTube is going to push that, or if Twitch is going to grow, I definitely want to be a part of the live stream wave.
Yeah.
So, people are saying change their brain's ability to focus, ADHD. Yeah, that's a big struggle for a lot of people. It's tough. I'm not even going to pretend to know how that feels, but it's tough. I will say the one thing, though, and this applies to basically everything, is like, don't be a victim to your circumstances. It's one thing to have a condition or carry a condition. It's another thing to use that condition as an excuse. I remember for a long time, I used the excuse of, well, I'm just not a people person. I'm not good with people. And that gave me a free license to be a butthole to everybody. So I was sort of a victim, and I was like, oh, like, I'm just selfish. And like, yeah, my brain is wired to be selfish. But like, I took responsibility for that. And I said, okay, how can I use my selfish motivations to help other people? And when you can use your afflictions or your disabilities to then be an asset, it's a completely different mindset shift. Again, I never dealt with too many mental struggles or any sort of actual condition, but from what I've heard from a lot of other people that have overcome those things, or at least gotten them to a manageable state, that's what they keep saying, is they're just like, don't be a victim to it. Try to use it to your advantage.
Yeah. I like that. We can change. I like it.
Yes. Learning that you can change is probably the number one skill. If you don't have that, that needs to be the top of your list. Is just understanding that you can change and get better and grow. It's going to hurt. It's going to suck. But, yeah.
You know what made me like feel so proud the other day is when I did that Instagram Reels class for those realtors. A lot of them were over the age of 40. I'd say like between 40 and like 55. And if you haven't grown up with social media, it is hard to get started. You know, when you're older, you're not familiar with the platforms. Like younger people, we've been doing it since we were teenagers, and so we're just used to how everything works. But so many of them were just so into it. They were taking notes. They were trying it themselves. They were like really holding themselves accountable. And I just thought that was the coolest thing, that even though it was scary and they'd never done it before, they were all very willing to try. Yeah. They wanted their business. They wanted their businesses to succeed. They wanted to get more clients. I was like, I'm so proud of them. Yeah. I'm genuinely really impressed. Because I was expecting at least one person to be like, oh, Instagram's stupid. I'm never gonna. No, that's too hard for me. I'm way past that. But none of them were like that.
Yeah. So that's exciting, because like we see people, I mean, on social media all the time, we see people that are just completely unwilling to change.
Yeah.
Now this just has to do with social media and the nature that negativity is louder, and you're only going to hear from the people on the fringes, because the people that are just taking your content and doing stuff, they probably don't make comments or anything like that. They just watch the video and move on. But when you look at people at scale, usually you see nothing but people that are stuck in their ways and they don't want to grow. They don't want to change or improve. So it's kind of refreshing when you see people. That's why I get so excited when people jump over to Twitch from Instagram and TikTok, because it's like, yes, there are people out there that are willing to, change and improve and grow and do better things. We just never hear about them because they're so busy doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're just always like talking past each other and we never get to have a conversation. So it's one of the reasons I love this morning show is we have so many great people in the chat and so many great people watching. We're just so happy to have all of you. It's really made a big difference in our lives so far of just all the different things that we do in the week. I feel so much more energy, so much more motivated, so much more fulfillment after starting our day off on the right foot. So that was a long rabbit hole to go down after doing the book question.
That's okay. That was a good question though.
It was a good one.
Prompted
some really good stuff. All right. It is now time for a new segment on the show. Jenny said she had an idea for a new segment. And
I did?
Yeah, she did.
When did I say that?
You just said this morning. You were like, I got an idea for another segment.
No, I said we have to think of an idea for another segment.
You told me you had an idea, and I just announced to the whole world that we had another segment.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I said we need to think of another idea. And you're like, no, I like our ideas. I'm like, I do like our segments.
I thought you said you had another segment. Oh my gosh.
No, I said we need to think of another segment.
Oh my gosh. Chat, do you have any suggestions? I thought Jenny had something.
I'm still over here thinking about those blue bottles and the Portuguese man of war.
You're really stuck on that. You have found an excuse to say Portuguese man of war about 57 different times.
They're so cool.
I know, but you keep saying the name and it sounds so terrible. I don't know why the name of that stupid not jellyfish thing.
Jellyfish, not jellyfish. That's nuts.
Just you keep saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it.
I think they're so cool. I can't believe I got to see one of those in person. That's insane. I'm from the Midwest. Like I never got to see jellyfish, jellyfish, growing up.
We have a woodworking question in the chat.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt you on your jellyfish rant again. I need woodworking advice. I'm building a 10 by 4 foot table. Should the top be OSB or treated plywood?
Was that Kobe?
Yes, it was Kobe.
Oh my gosh, Kobe.
What do you think?
You're killing me.
If you had to choose between OSB or treated plywood, what would you do?
It's like one of those would you rathers.
I would probably do OSB because you could epoxy cure that and make it look really clean. Very like hyper modern. MDF is my choice.
MDF is my choice.
Yeah, it depends on how much resin you want to pour into it. Yeah. Thanks, Kobe. That was a great question.
Particle board. Final answer.
How was Davis wrong yesterday's segment? That would be funny. What did I do yesterday that was wrong? Roast me.
Wow. Chat's coming after you.
This is like remember in The Office when Michael Scott, thanks for the follow, when Michael Scott was like doing a roast.
Yes.
And then everybody roasted him and he just like was not having fun anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be that segment.
Dish it but couldn't take it.
Yeah. What did I screw up yesterday?
What was yesterday? Sunday?
I know I screwed up. I just don't remember.
Your brain's hiding it from you. Well, this morning you accidentally ran over like a
plastic
tub in the road.
This morning we were driving to work and like I was just changing lanes like I do on the freeway and there's like this giant Rubbermaid. I thought it was a cardboard box, but apparently it was one of those like big, thick, heavy-duty Rubbermaid containers.
That just fell out of somebody's truck.
And it was between the lane. It was like right on the lane line, and I was changing lanes right as like it appeared between the cars.
Right, and it was one of those things where it's like there was a car in front of you, and it changed lanes last minute to avoid it, and then you were just like right there.
Somebody said sunscreen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I screwed up on the sunscreen. That's true.
Yeah, we both kind of did.
But yeah, I like ran over this thing and it got caught in my wheel well. I don't know. I need to go check.
We dragged it for a couple seconds.
Once it gets light outside, I need to go check the truck out and make sure it's okay. It's just plastic, but still, it was not cool.
Yeah, but that was not cool.
Don't worry, you're not late. Welcome to the morning show with Jennie and Davis.
Yeah, got some new people on Instagram too. Welcome.
Yeah, you're absolutely not late. The show is here for you to digest it when you can.
Guess who just joined on Instagram?
Who was that?
Christina.
Oh, hi, Christina.
Christina.
Good morning. Yeah,
definitely screwed up on the sunscreen though.
Yeah,
I will give you that.
I don't want to flash everybody again, but my stomach is really burned, like really burned.
But did we successfully surf? You got up a couple of times?
Oh yeah,
I wish I would have had video of
we took
you.
the surfboard out. Johnny wanted to go surfing last year, so we bought a surfboard, just a cheap surfboard on Amazon, and it's actually pretty nice. Like the waves in like the Gulf Coast are hard, so there's not what you need for good waves is water getting very deep and very shallow quickly, and that's what produces good waves. Well, it does that in Texas, but like the way that the waves come in, there's too many waves. So they're all crashing into each other, and what would be really good surfable waves sort of disrupt each other, and they're really hard to surf on.
Yeah. It's like every 5 seconds you're getting a new wave crashing, and it's like that's a little much.
Yeah, it's way too frequent.
Space them out. But yeah, it was a good time. We definitely have one of those like beginners surfboards, so they're very like wide, and it's like foamy, and they have like a smooth plastic, I don't know,
bottom.
like lining on the bottom.
Yeah.
And I've got like fins and everything like a normal surfboard. And I mean, I don't care. Like taking it to the Gulf Coast, I'm like, yeah, we're all just here to have fun. Let me take out my surfboard. But if I was to take that thing to California, I feel like I would be very self-conscious. California or Hawaii or somewhere where they actually surf. I'd be like, all right, guys, here I am with my
Amazon surfboard.
Yeah, with my Amazon surfboard that's 4 feet wide and 12 feet long.
Yeah. No, it's not that bad. I put a giant dent in it though. I saw a wave coming, and I was like trying to get the surfboard on the other side of my body, and the wave just caught it and just hit me smack in the nose.
I saw it.
My giant pointy nose like left a huge crater in the foam of this surfboard. I could like feel it with my hand. It was really deep.
I saw like nothing else. I was looking at my phone and I was scrolling, and I decided to like look up for half a second, and I looked up just in time to see the surfboard like nail you in the face.
It almost made my nose put back straight.
Oh my gosh.
If I'd have just got into a little bit of an angle, I would have a straight nose now.
I kind of felt bad for you, but I also laughed.
I appreciate
audibly.
Nothing less. Nice. Well, it is time to sharpen our mind, our body, and our spirit. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to read this book we've been reading.
Oh, yes.
There's a lot of fluff. We try to skip through the fluff and just stick to the fun, interesting new parts. But this book is called Priceless, The Myth of Fair Value and How to Take Advantage of It. The author is William Poundstone. He's very wordy. He wants you to know that he scored very highly on the SATs. So he uses unnecessarily large words to describe
sometimes we
pretty
just skip them.
simple things. So basically, we are trying to just get through this to learn all of the different things. So most of our audience and people that watch us are somewhat entrepreneurially spirited. They're running businesses, or even if you're not, man, just like the stuff we've already learned from this book is really helpful. Basically, the first 5 chapters, they're setting the tone for the fact that like we are so easily manipulated. Now, you can wear a tinfoil hat and curse the wind the rest of your life, or you can take responsibility for it and prime yourself with the things you want to be primed with, which is one of the reasons we do daily affirmations. So we're learning a lot about life in this book, even though the book is talking about pricing. So I'm going to continue to read it. We're on chapter 6.
Already.
The chapters are very short. This one's only like a page and a half. So.
What a perfect podcast book.
The childhood of Harry Helson was straight out of Dickens or Lemony Snicket. He was born to impoverished Ukrainian immigrants who separated when he was 4 or 5. Harry's mother fell on such hard times that she had to pack her son off to live with the father that both despised. Harry hated the new arrangement and ran away from home. He was taken by a pair of spiritualists. They were the Dyers of Bangor, Maine, and this was the gold age of seances and bell-ringing spirits. The Dyers opened their home visiting mediums and lectors. It's hard to say what young Harry believed or disbelieved about these house guests, corporeal or otherwise. One friend said that Harry did a few amateurish experiments in the occult. Another recalled that he did have several experiences that he was wholly unable to account for, and I think resulted years later in an openness about all aspects of human experience. With this grounding in body and spirit, Helson grew up to be a psychophysicist. A manifestation in a darkened room was a turning point in his career. Helson was working under ruby red light in a photographic darkroom when he noticed something odd. The tip of his cigarette glowed green. The light emitted by the smoldering tobacco would have looked ember red under ordinary light, of course. This experiment helped him crystallize an important idea of an adaptation level. Evidently, Helson's eyes had adapted to the unusual red light of the darkroom. The glowing cigarette was a cooler, yellower red than the red of the safe light. That made it look green by comparison. Helson's eyes and brain were not registering an absolute color, the way a digital camera might, but a difference between color of the cigarette and the baseline color of the room. Helson eventually concluded that all the senses adapt to given a certain level of stimulation and then register changes from that baseline. That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
Like noticing noise, like if you just ignore it, sometimes like a humming noise can sort of go away until you remember that it's there, and then you can't forget it.
Smell is like that too.
Yeah, you go nose blind to things. Yeah, that's huge. He demonstrated this in a famous set of experiments with weights. Helson had volunteers to lift a pair of small weights, one after the other, and describe how heavy the second weight felt. He found that his subjects were biased by the first weight, which served as an anchor or baseline for comparison. He was using the word anchor in somewhat different sense than he's already described. When the anchor weight was lighter than the second weight, it made the second weight feel heavier. When the anchor was heavier, it made the second weight feel lighter. This relativity of perception could lead to outright contradiction. Helson could arrange things so that a weight felt heavy after a light anchor could feel light after a heavy one. Conceptually, this is no big surprise. If you want to look thin, make friends with fat people. It's a bit of a left turn, but okay. We've all noticed contrasting effects. Have you ever taken a sip of tea expecting it to be coffee? For a fleeting moment, the taste is incredibly alien. It doesn't taste like tea or coffee. You've got that tasting gap between what you expected and what you got. That's true.
Yeah.
Like, it's also true. This is incredible. Well, this is true with like attractiveness too. Like he said, skinny and fat people, but like also like there could be a group of girls or men, and all of them but one are very unattractive, but the one all of a sudden looks like a 10 because they're hanging around a bunch of 3s. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So by comparison, yeah, it's huge. They even had a thing about that in like a TV show, How I Met Your Mother. They did like a whole episode on that.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, you bite into a chocolate chip cookie and it's really oatmeal raisin and it totally throws you off.
Oh, yeah.
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 So, nice. Almost from the field's inception, psychophysicists, so people who study, it's a very important sounding word. It's people that study sensory perception. So sight, smell, taste, touch, sound, all those things.
Such a fancy word.
Gustav Fechner attempted to scientifically gauge aesthetic preferences for two versions of something that was baffling people in the times. In the 1920s, the University of Chicago, Louis Leon Thurstone contrived an alarming classroom project. Instead of asking students to decide which of two weights seemed to be heavier, he wrote, "It is more interesting to ask, for example, which of two nationalities they would generally prefer to associate with, or which they would prefer to have in their sister marry." I don't think you could get away with that experiment today.
I highly doubt it.
Elsewhere, psychophysicists were putting their measuring rods to everything from the fineness of ivory carvings to the prestige of occupations and the historical importance of Swedish monarchs. The fact that common principles exist in all fields of judgment confidently asserted American psychophysicist William Hunt. Some of his experience, Hunt had volunteers rate crimes for the enormity of the breach of ethics. He came up with a puzzler. Part 1. Consider the crime of murdering your own mother, willfully and without provocation or justification. Now think of a crime exactly one half as bad. Write it down. In part 2, once again, think of murdering your mother, because that's something I want to dwell on at 7:30 in the morning. Willfully. Now doing it willfully. Now think of cheating at solitaire while playing by yourself. Finally, devise a crime that's exactly halfway between cheating at solitaire and willfully murdering your mother. Write it here. On a scale of evil, apparently, cheating at solitaire is about as close to 0 as you can get, I guess, if you subscribe to moral relativity, but that's a different podcast. You might expect the answers to part 1 have been similar to the answers to part 2. For much of the same reason, they aren't. Those artists painted the medium gray. He's referring to something else that doesn't matter. In 12 cases out of 14, the part 1 answer was a more serious crime than the part 2 answer. So if you prime someone that, hey, cheating at solitaire is like the easiest crime to commit.
Yeah.
And then compared to murdering your mother, they will write down a lesser crime. But if you just say what's something between neutral and murdering your mother, the crime is much, much higher.
Interesting.
So by giving somebody a low-ended example, you sort of anchor them to a lower-ended. It's so crazy how we're so easily persuaded.
Yeah. Gosh.
It's weird. Hunt concluded that from these examples, Hunt concluded that the examples supplied in the questions influenced his answers. Yep. Sorry, just trying to skip through some of the fluff. Hunt called this effect anchoring, using the word still in a different sense. He distinguished two varieties. Contrast anchoring occurs when you compare two different stimuli. The glare of a streetlight makes the evening star look faint, and woe to the comedian who follows someone 40% funnier. Assimilation anchoring occurs when you have to invent an answer or give one or more possible responses. This occurs when people name a crime half as bad as another, or when jurors deliberate on a damage award after hearing an attorney's demand. Those two types of anchoring have two opposite effects. In contrast anchoring, subjective perceptions are displaced away from the anchor. In assimilations, responses are drawn toward the anchor. Okay, that all makes sense.
Yeah.
Helson spent a lot of effort trying to understand what qualifies an experience as an anchor, capable of influencing a judgment. His answers were recovery, frequency, intensity, area, duration, and higher order attributes such as meaningfulness, familiarity, and ego involvement. So it's pretty simple. Not a lot of variables. This isn't such as a mouthful as it sounds. Start with recency. A 5-ounce weight feels heavy a couple seconds after you lift a 3-ounce weight. Wait an hour between the weights and the contrast effect vanishes. You forget how heavy the previous weight felt. Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Frequency matters too. Lifting a series of 3-ounce weights causes an adaptation to a particular degree of heaviness. Should you then lift a 5-ounce weight, it feels heavy. The effect of the multiple 3-ounce anchors is stronger than the effect of just one anchor. Helson's most interesting findings are about higher order attributes, such as meaningfulness. He pulled a trick on some of his subjects. In the midst of an experiment, he requested that the subject move a tray of weights out of the way. The tray, plus the weights it held, was a weight heavier than any of those used in the experiment, but the heavy tray did not make the next object lifted seem light in comparison. The subjects were focused on how little the metal weights, not the tray, and they tuned it out. This demonstrated that anchoring is not a muscular reaction, but a mental one. So he basically proved that, like, if you try to anchor someone inadvertently, it doesn't work. Anchoring only works if someone's attention is focused on it. Interesting. So that makes me think of, like, and we do this too. Like, when there's like a fake price for something and there's like a strikeout through it and then a lower price. If our brains, because we've seen that our whole life, if our brains are used to tuning out that price, does it even anchor us anymore?
Right. Well, that's exactly.
It's losing its effectiveness over time. I mean, social media ads, like advertisements. It's like, there's one thing talking about like subliminal messaging, but like at a certain level, advertising gets less effective because we tune it out.
We know exactly what it looks like. I scroll right past like all the ads and stuff on Instagram and Facebook, just because your brain can tell what looks like an ad and what doesn't, because you're so trained. But that's what I was thinking of, is like pricing too. People have to be very intentional about assigning like the lower and upper limits of price, just so people are primed.
Wow.
I don't know. Because I feel like people could walk into a store and be like, oh, I think that shirt is $5. But as soon as you put a price, out there that's like, no, it starts at 18. You're like, oh, no, 18's a pretty good price. Yeah, 18's actually not a bad price. But had they not put out 18 out there.
And there's some people that will not buy something unless it's on sale.
Yeah.
And it's same principle. Like, people just will not shop. And it's kind of funny, like, sometimes the going out of business stores, not the fake ones, but like actual stores that are closing.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like if it's a big corporate chain, I remember this on the news when I was a kid, there was like a CVS or a Walgreens or something going out of business, and their going out of business prices that they had slashed and put red stickers over were like $1 higher than the normal price. But because the store was closing, they thought they could squeeze a little bit of extra cash because so many people thought that they were just going to get a good deal. They didn't even pay attention to the absolute price. They were just looking at the relative price or the...
Because they're closing. Surely this is like a highly discounted price. Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Interesting.
Oh man, that just goes to show you have to assign value to things. You have to assign the value you want.
You got to start somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, people are just going to fill in the blanks on their own.
Right. Which is why we tell people who are running businesses, we're like, just price your stuff high. Because even if somebody talks you down, like strong arms you into a 30% discount, at least you started high.
Yeah.
You know, there are people out there that won't pay full price. I don't care how good your price is. That's why we preach all the time. Please, please, please price your stuff high, because then, you know, you can get to at least somewhat of a profitable thing. Wood Dog, thanks for the follow. Welcome, everyone, to the morning show with Jennie and Davis. We are talking about some business and price-related things, but we're just trying to sharpen our mind, because that's something we need to focus on every day. So I just read a little bit out of our sales and growth book. Yeah.
Price is not real.
I'm tired after reading in public. All right, body. It's time to do breathing exercises.
Yes.
So another thing that we want to do every day is we want to get enough oxygen to your brain. It's really important. I've been talking a lot. I've not been breathing a lot. So if your brain doesn't have enough oxygen, how can you expect to make a good decision? And when we're anxious and when we're scared, we hold on to a bunch of CO2 in our lungs. So we need to practice clearing that out when we feel stressed and overwhelmed. I know it sounds kind of woo-woo, but trust me, bro, there's science behind it. So
science.
We're all going to look silly together. Jennie's going to count us off.
Yes.
We're going to do 4 counts in, 4 counts out of breathing exercises. And we're going to do, 3, 4 reps?
Yeah.
All right, let's do
3
it.
or 4.
Let's go. Here we go.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Ready?
Yep. The important thing, and I'll say it and I'll shut up.
Oh my goodness.
Get the air out of your lungs. Don't worry about breathing in. Breathe out as hard as you can. Yeah, like that. Okay, ready? Go.
Ready? In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4.
We're all going to look stupid together. Come on.
In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. Out, 2, 3, 4.
It's crazy how 4 deep breaths and I already feel lightheaded. That just shows you how much air I was not using. Man, we used to do these in swim practice. We would do these.
Yeah.
We'd do these on the deck, and oh my gosh, it was crazy. We would grab chairs because all of us would be lightheaded. We do.
Yes,
So we'd
I've
start
heard of
with
that.
that. We'd do 4 count. Well, I had you and a couple other people do that when y'all were learning to swim in college, and
Yeah.
so you breathe. Sorry, comment when you breathe out. Say man of war. It just won't stop.
Thank you.
Portuguese man of war.
Thank you, Kelly2337. You just made my morning.
So, man, I got distracted. What were we talking about? Breathing exercises. So
Portuguese man.
we would do 4 counts in, 4 counts out. We do 10 reps of that, and then we do 3 counts in, 4 counts out, and then 2 counts in, 4 counts out. The whole time, the goal is to get all the air in your lungs you can in 2 seconds, and then go out for 4 seconds, and then you flip it. Then you do in 4 counts, out 3 counts, in 4 counts, out 2 counts, in 4 counts, out 1 count. And that gets really hard. And then you get really lightheaded because you go in 4, out 4, in 3, out 3, in 2, out 2, in 1, out 1. And you do the 1, 1, 1, 1,
So that's
1,
just
1. Yeah.
Wow.
You do that nonstop for 30 seconds. It's crazy.
Oh man, I'd probably pass out.
That
That's
should
a lot.
Portuguese man of war should be one of our first emotes.
Oh,
That would be
yes,
funny
the
to get a
little jellyfish.
little gif of that jellyfish guy. Oh my gosh.
Jellyfish, not jellyfish.
Big Lou, what's up, man? Welcome.
Oh,
Thanks for dropping
hey.
in.
What's up, Lou? I know, aren't there special masks you can wear too when you're working out if you're
Resistance masks?
Yeah, resistance
Yeah.
masks for elevation training or stuff like
Yeah,
that.
to literally starve your body of oxygen.
Crazy.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah.
nuts. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, North Carolina has a tax-free weekend for back to school. People line up to not pay 6.5% for the same things that were on sale 30% the weekend before. Yeah, it's
My
crazy.
gosh. Yeah.
Well, hey, Big Lou. Thanks for saying hey. That's a special kind of voluntary torture. Yeah. We would also end our workouts with 10-ups.
Yeah.
So you grab the edge of the pool and you do 10 push-ups and then you sprint, swim sprint to the other side, and you have to stay in the up push-up position till everybody's across, and then you do 10 more push-ups together, and then you sprint back. You do that 3 or 4
hop
times.
back in the pool. Yeah.
Those are terrible. Just like standing with a respirator. Yeah.
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 It's no fun either.
Cool. And then we got just enough time to sharpen our spirit now. What are you worried about, Jenny? What's got you pressed?
That we're going to run out of cutting boards.
Yeah.
Because we literally just talked about how I think we had 10 left of cutting boards.
And we just got 3 or 4 requested this morning or late last night?
3.
Wow. So I got to get to making some boards this week. Yeah. Yep. That's not.
We're desperate.
We're very desperate.
Yep.
We're getting really low on inventory. It's just tough. Like managing inventory is just a tough beast. You got to choose your bottleneck.
Yeah.
Like I could build every board you've ever sold, but then we have to deal with storing them all.
Yeah, and that's a lot.
Right. And I mean, we've sold how many have we oversold? 200 or 300 at this point?
I think 170.
Almost 200.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we got 200 boards we'd have to keep like on the floor. And I don't want to do that. It's a big liability.
Yeah.
There's no reason to do that.
Right.
So anyway.
And I feel like we learn something new. Like each batch you do, you like learn a way to improve it. And so you're eliminating all the like improvements over time by building like one big batch.
Right. That's the thing is, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesse said we're running out of cutting boards just in time for hurricane season.
Don't remind me. We can't run out of boards before
hurricane season's going to be rough. Caleb is leaving on a mission trip for like the whole month of June, so I've got to go back to editing YouTube videos that whole month.
Yeah.
We got different hurricane blocks we're trying to sign up for. We're running out of cutting boards. It's going to be a fun summer. We're going to try to drop our first line of kitchen tables.
Yeah. We've got a lot going on.
I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
The sales program we're trying to work on.
Back against the wall is my favorite moment.
Till it's not. Going on. Till it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Till it's not.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that. I'm not worried about making boards for this batch. I'm worried about getting distracted with optimizing our kitchen table thing and then not having boards again. Because at this point, like the frequency of board requests is really picking up. Mm-hmm. We're going to need to hire a board fulfillment person pretty soon.
And it's like we're getting into summer. That's like real estate Super Bowl.
Right, peak real estate season. So big hurricane season in Florida is the best. Yeah, I imagine.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Yeah, I probably need to make a second batch of boards. But hopefully for the holiday season, our goal is to automate the board business by the end of hire temp workers. Yeah, the goal is to completely outsource the entire cutting and charcuterie board process by the end of the year. So hopefully by this holiday season, come October, because holiday season starts in October.
Yes, seriously.
We need to get a set of employees ready that can build boards for us and everything else. I just missed a follow. Thank you, whoever that was.
Ooh.
Just followed or liked the stream. I don't remember which. Nate Willems liked the stream. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So just worried about that. But man, I'm so appreciative. It's a new month. We made rent, which is not a big concern, but like you were concerned because you took like 2.5 weeks off to deal with.
And then the last week I was like, I must fix everything. I was running around with my hair on fire.
Jenny took the whole week off from Jenny took the whole week off from making content last week so that she could catch back up, and she made like 3 sales and had a lead on a 4th. So that's cool.
Yep.
Nice. Did we have a business plan before we started? Loosely. Mm-hmm. We had a business vision. But again, the problem with business plans is that you've gotta be flexible. You can't be so sold out that if it doesn't work, you can't change it. Yeah. So business plans are kind of a double-edged sword. You need to kind of know big picture where you're going. Thanks, Brad, for the follow. But yeah. Yep. Cool. We have someone begging to be banned in the chat. Happy Trees, let them have it. If man wants a ban, give him a ban. Who are we to keep somebody from getting what they want? What was the benchmark you used to determine the changing career paths? Okay, I love this question. All right, hopefully we can turn this into a clip or something. This is a good question.
Yeah.
So get the hammer out. Trolls be trolls. Speed run band seems like a weird Monday morning game. Nice. He got what he wanted. Everybody clap.
Yay.
Clap in the chat. Can we do the clap emoji in the chat? Congratulate that guy doing a speed run. Give the man what he deserves. There we go. So the question was, what's the benchmark we use to determine the change in our career paths? We didn't know when we were going to make our career path change. Mm-hmm. We were in North Dakota. We knew we did not want to do career military anymore. We talked to too many people that were just miserable with their life. Like, we never met somebody who was near the end of their military career that had the lifestyle that we wanted. They didn't have the money we wanted. They didn't have the family set up that we wanted. They didn't have the career that we wanted to have. And I'm like, why are we spending our time with people who have stuff that we don't want? No disrespect or shame to them, but like, why would I spend my time around people chasing something that I'm not interested in chasing?
Yeah.
So, anyway, just kind of blows my mind.
So I think that was our biggest turning point, like when it came to reasoning and
so
feelings.
we knew that the career progression that we were going to follow on the military side was get a master's degree. That was the next check the box thing to get promoted. See you, Big Lou. But to get promoted, we needed to get a master's degree. And so that was our burn the boats mentality. Have you ever heard this story? So like back in ancient times, somebody helped me like with actually what countries this was and who it was. But like there was somebody who took his ships across the sea to fight a war. And the first order he gave was for his men to burn the ships that they rode in on. And his idea was to tell the troops, look, we're not going home. We're either fighting and winning or we're going to die. And so our burn the boats like moment was when we decided we were not getting master's degrees.
Yeah.
Didn't make any sense. It was kind of stupid, but it's like, I do not want to stay career military. This will force me to find something else.
Right, because that would have, had we done that, it would have forced us to stay longer in the military, go into more debt.
When you're comfortable, you will not do what scares you.
Yeah.
When you're comfortable, you will not do what scares you. Cortez coming over to South America, burn his ships. Thank you. Appreciate you, Kelly.
Thank you.
Somebody Google burn the boats. Yes, I'm so glad. Okay, I've got to remember that now. Cortez to South America. But that was our burn the boats moment, was we decided we weren't going to get master's degrees, which was absolutely asinine. Like, people told us in the military that, like, I straight up had people telling me that was a very stupid idea. And yeah, you think you're smart, but that's really dumb. And that's exactly what I wanted to hear, because that just proved to me that by their value standard, which is not a standard I wanted to be a part of, it was stupid. And I was like, all right, I'm on the right track. So we decided not to get master's degrees. And that's when we started pushing into the woodworking business and the YouTube thing. We're like, all right, I don't know what we're going to do 5 years from now, but it's not full-time military. Let's try this YouTube thing out. Let's try this woodworking business thing out. Mm-hmm. Well, lo and behold, we started making a lot of money from those things. And we're like, okay, we can do this. It's not perfect. It's not enough to live on right now, but we can do this over time. And then about that time, we saw that the hurricane hunters were hiring. Mm-hmm. And we had already admitted to like not wanting to do full career military. We're like, okay, maybe we'll go to the reserves because it's a reserves only unit. We're like, all right, we can do the reserves. That's part-time Air Force. I can put up with that. Yep. If we do part-time Air Force flying through hurricanes and we got a YouTube channel and we got a furniture business, that's probably enough money to eat food and live indoors. So we came down, we interviewed, we got the jobs, and it all worked out. And we were so blessed and fortunate that that's sort of the plan for our life, and that's sort of how it played out. But had we not submitted to the idea that like there's something else out there waiting for us, that the career military path was not the path we were supposed to be on, we're just so fortunate. We were so thankful that we were able to see that, and we were able to execute on that. So it wasn't that we had this perfect plan, like, or
we had a moment of clarity where we're like, oh yes, this is when we're supposed to leave our jobs.
And if you listen to entrepreneurs, if you listen to people who like have done this before. Every single person will tell you there is not a perfect time to make that transition.
Yeah.
There is no perfect time that's going to fall right in your lap when it's the perfect time to quit your job or leave or do whatever. It finally gets to the point where either you're so fed up you can't take it anymore, or you see another opportunity. You pull your head out of the sand and you see another opportunity and you say, let me try that. And you try it. So I'm not a fan of telling everybody to quit your job if you're miserable. I say hang on to the job as long as you can. But if it starts getting in the way of something else that's growing and you see potential there, trust your gut.
Yeah.
Trust your gut.
Yep.
Anyway, we're sorry. I just got really excited telling that story. I've been waiting on that one for a while. It's one of those stories I've had lined up, but I haven't had a good chance to tell it. Except to our friends, so I'm glad we got it on video, which is the whole point of doing the morning show, is to get more of our stories and stuff on video. So thanks for the question. We really appreciate you. Thanks for everybody Googling who that was.
And to end this chat with Happy Trees, his Google is broken. He Googled burn the boats and Portuguese man of war popped up. Got him.
Nice.
Love it.
Sweet. So I hope that satisfies your curiosity for your question. But thanks. That actually helps a lot. Okay, cool. I'm glad it helps somebody.
Yes.
Nice.
Good.
Anyway, I think that's our show for today. We're over an hour. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. This has been the morning show with Jennie and Davis. We're working on getting live music on Twitch.
Yes.
So that'll be fun.
We're trying.
You can watch the stream on YouTube later. You can, we should be able to chop it up and you'll see it on social media. But we really appreciate all of you sharing your morning with us. It means the world to us.
You can also stream it on the podcast apps.
Yeah, it comes out around lunchtime. Yep. So nice.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us, and have a great, beautiful day. Happy May.
Happy May. Bye, friends.
9, 8, 7.
By the way, go
6,
Packers, yes.
5,